Tonight, we are bringing you a story of redemption and taking advantage of a second chance. After a governor's pardon made Memphian Charles Hall a free man, he's using that second chance to inspire change and lead at-risk youth down a different path away from crime. Here's ABC 24's Brad Broders.
When I spoke exclusively to Charles Hall here in February 2022, he promised people will hear about him and all the stuff will be good stuff when he's released. Well, now a free man in Memphis, Hall is keeping that promise as he plans to launch a program to help young people shine and avoid a similar path to his own youth that cost him more than 50 years without his freedom.
I'm a living example of don't ever give up.
Charles Hall's appreciation still shines 2 years after the Memphian unexpectedly became a free man.
I just want to do the right thing, and I just want to try to help somebody else to get on the right track to do the right thing.
We first caught up with Hall in February 2022 at Northwest Correctional Complex, just after Governor Bill Lee pardoned him.
It didn't kick in right there. I was overwhelmed, I was excited, I was in disbelief.
Hall's mentorship of younger inmates drew prison staff's attention enough to contact the governor's office. Governor Lee listened, pardoning Hall from his 2 life sentences without parole for 2 armed robberies.
It took me a long time to really realize the damage that I was doing to the people that I hurt, like my victims, my family.
Hall is now turning that past regret into future positive action.
The crime has got real bad now. We got people doing stuff that just really don't make sense to me.
That frustration is why the 75-year-old plans to launch a new program for at-risk young people in Memphis.
We want to start recruiting people on this level to be an example to the other kids.
Hall said the program will tentatively be called Do the Right Thing. He wants to start small in the Bluff City's most crime-challenged neighborhoods and is recruiting volunteers with similar stories of struggle and redemption to resonate.
I have some things that I want to say, and I can talk to these people on a level where they understand. You know, I just wish I had somebody back then who would have turned me around.
He can speak to that authentically to teenagers, which I think is huge.
Amy Emerson is helping Hall get his vision off the ground. She's the director of outreach at Colonial Park United Methodist Church and met Hall several months ago.
He spent the majority of his life in prison, and to realize that he does have a second lease on life and that he can do something productive and wants to do something productive and is insistent on it, it's very encouraging.
While the specifics and details of his program remain in their infant stages, Hall's focus to inspire change is laser focused.
Governor Lee, if this message gets to him, I really appreciate him doing what he did to let me out of prison. And I promised then that I wouldn't disappoint him. I promised then that I would come here and try to do something as far as these kids and this crime and stuff that's going on in Memphis.
Tuesday evening, Charles Hall and other advocates will take part in an anti-gun violence summit at Colonial Park United Methodist Church that will give him a first chance to lay out his goals for change in the broader community. We'll keep you posted. I'm Brad Broders. Back to you.